Greetings, all. Shardvixen here. So, as you can hear, puppy back here is having a hard time. He's having a hard time. Stop eating my soda and stuff. That's not good for you. Stop. Nope, that's not your toy. So I might have to stop in between and fix it. So, here's the thing. This is the Lego thing we were building with my grandson. My grandson has a hard time with things. And one of the things he can't do, his brain apparently has a hard time with, is going backwards and fixing things. So I'm going to fix it and then we'll maybe do a little bit mine. But what I wanted to also talk about of doing is, let me get on the right thing here. I hear you, Muppy Pup. This is the art for that. This is the size for the art thing that the exhibit I'm going to put in. So I'm going to do something with this tonight. I'm not sure what yet. I might just draw out my idea on paper first and then decide. I will be stopping in between to take care of the pup. Hey, Feely, how are you? So we're going to do Legos. We're going to do art. But before we do that, I want to show you some cutesy stuff. I like cutesy stuff. My whole thing here is full of cutesy stuff. But I wanted to show you these. So I told Roger I want an otter. And this is his answer to it. He bought me for Christmas these little otter figurines. So that's one. There's two of them that do that. There's two of them that do this pose. Okay. There's two of them that have this pose. There's two of them, I think, that have this pose. Actually, there's three of them that have, oh no. Yeah, three of them that have that wood pose. They sit up here on my thing. So I think that's all the poses. So I think I have 12 of them. Then, he knows I want guinea pigs, so he got me these little guinea pig figurines. They come in this color, this color, this color, this color. I think that's it. Oh, one more. This guy here. No, I just showed you that guy. So that's it. Yep. So also 12. Then I bought for myself, this is a catfish. Let me see if I have catfish right here. See their 3D print little thing? Ooh. That's a catfish. You see his little mustache there. Hammerhead shark. And orca. The orca will eat the otters. Hammerhead shark could eat otters. Catfish eats everything else. And I have a little city that he's building me. I also have like this weird, these erasers that are animals. I don't know if I showed those. Those are kind of cool too. So that's what's up there along with my axolotls. Yeah, so we're going to do this. Hopefully I can get it all fixed and ready to go for next Thursday. And then I will do some drawing and setting up and getting ready to figure out what I want to do. I really want to do a very mixed media style. So I'm thinking I might do crayon to outline it and then maybe some pastels to color it. I mean, like really get into the idea of mixed media. You got yourself an octopus? Oh, that's cool. I have a dragon. You want to see it? This dragon is a bead and it's very old. There's the hole right there and then there's the hole right there. I had 3 of them and I gave them away a long time ago. And this is the last one I have. So that's my dragon up there. My son gave me this when he went to Hawaii. He got me, this is a money god. Money tika. It's a good fortune, I'm pretty sure. See, peace tika. To bring good vibes. Good vibes. You're chewing on it again.
Hey.
We need a squirt. Ah, there it is. No. Yeah. I know that probably is the perfect thing for your teeth. I get it. Where's your chew toy? Go find a chew toy. Hi. 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 Grayson! Boo!
Yeah?
Can you bring me a chew of something that's out there? Is that one of his chews? You lay down. You can lay down right there. That's a good boy. There you go. There you go.
Did you say a chew?
Yeah, something for him to chew on. I gave him one, so bring it in here.
The shoe?
No, not a shoe. A chew.
Oh, a chew.
A doggy chew.
He ate it.
A doggy chew. So we'll get back to this in just a minute. Okay, this is the frog. And the frog fell. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna... Not really a frog. I don't know if it's really a frog. So we have to check this and figure out what's
Here.
not. Here. Oh, where'd that one come from? I just gave him one. Where'd the other one
He
go?
ate it, I think.
No, he didn't eat it that fast. Here. Come on. It's a dinosaur chew. Yum, yum, yum. Give me it. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I can't play with you. Just play with you. You can chew it? I'm going to sit right there. There it is. That's your chew. You can chew on that all day long if you want. I lost my water cup. I don't know where it went. Okay. So then the other thing I've been doing is I'm going to talk about some artsy stuff first here. So I bought me these, or I'm thinking I'm going to change where I put my pastels, though I bought the other things for a set reason. And then I bought these also to put crayons and stuff in. And then I bought some more glue, glitter thing. I'm going to try this and see if I like it. It might not. So if I get stuck with my art thing that I was working on with you here, I might color for the next one to set up my color scheme. Oh, and then my daughter got me these. Oh, you took it. Bring it back over here. Look, Feely. They're little crows. She got me a whole bunch of them. They're just little crows that could sit on your thing. Like right here, look. So now I got a whole bunch of fake animals. I guess I don't need any real animals. Yeah. So, alright. So if I get tired of doing this, because I want to put paper on it too and some stuff, so we'll see. If I get tired of doing that, then we are going to go to this, which is a derpy looking snail, but I want it to color the snails how I want it on the new picture that we're making after the owl one. Oh, look, it's Cuz Walt. So a revamp, Cuz Walt. We're gonna work on the Lego thing to fix it because it broke. It got dropped. I'm gonna work on the art exhibit stuff, and when I get bored with that, I'm gonna do this one. So, all right, let's get this started. Okay, so I figured out that the head of Guru here, or whatever his name is, Guru, I can't remember his name. It broke, but this got left behind, but I'm not sure if that was built inside it or not. So I have to figure out if that was built inside it. And I think it was. So I think that this part here has to come off. And I'm having some difficult moments with this. So I think it went in a ball. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yay. Okay, so this seems to be, let's see. This all seems to be about where it was at before, except for this thing here. I don't know what that is, so we're going to take that off. Okay. So that is this. So now we're going to work on this, which should be all this stuff here. Okay. Then I'm going to work on this one and get it back to where it was at. And then I'm done till next Thursday, because I promised, well, I didn't promise him because I don't promise things. I told my grandson I'd get it up to where we left off. And since it is a rather frustrating piece, I get why he doesn't really want to. If I'm not done in an hour, or if it takes faster than one, we'll do this one maybe, because these are really quick, and we'll do it for Roger, and then I'll work on that. I have some new Lego bits. So this one here, this one they gave me, and then this one too. It's a bit of a hypocritical Goku. That's it. I can't ever remember his name. Everybody just calls him Baby Yoda, which he's not Baby Yoda. He's not even related to Yoda, except as the same species. Okay. Okay, Pup is doing his thing. Alright, so we need one of these. I hope everybody had a good day today. I had a manic episode yesterday. That's not... Well, yeah, it's normal. It's part of the bipolarism you, at some point in time, may have. Not everybody has it who has bipolarism. Okay, that's the wrong one. This is the ear. I don't know that I need to take the ear apart, so we'll leave that aside. We'll leave both. I feel like this ear is missing stuff, so I'll probably have to put it together. So we'll just go ahead and take them all apart. Legos are kind of easier when you do that, when you just take them apart and build them. Because then it makes more sense to me. Which is what my grandson doesn't want to do. I don't know if this one's going to come off, though. Oh, no, that's the way that is. Okay, makes sense. I'm alright. But anyway, I had a manic phase. The second, third, no, the third, the fourth. That makes things, it just makes things hard to sleep, hard to be manageable. I'm at a point where in exercising I've always gotten, and then I just get so tired of it. I get tired of doing it, and I just kind of hide away and do nothing but eat and don't exercise or nothing. And so far I haven't quit exercising. I haven't been doing as much of it, but I haven't quit exercising. So I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm gonna... The problem is that there's 2 holidays kind of in a row here. Roger's going to I'm taking Roger out for his birthday on Saturday, and we're going to that Japanese restaurant we didn't make it to for Yule. And then the 14th we're going out, and the 15th I'm going out. So it's really hard to maintain your diet when you're going out a lot. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that. And I might not be eating enough at this point now. The thing is I want to be about 150 pounds, and at 150 pounds, I have to eat about 1,500 calories. Once I get to the 150 pounds. I'm not there yet, so. And my daughter wants to do a marathon, and I said sure, which I don't have a problem with, but I have to get, I'm not a very fast walker, nor am I a very fast runner, because it's hard on my knees still. So I've been working hard with that. Alright, so let's do this. We need a number 4. That's that one right there. And then we need those weird ones. Where they at? This one right here. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yep. Oh, no, that's that round one. Okay. So we're going to put this one here. Like that. Then we need 2 of those. I don't think that's that one. I don't need that one. That one goes over here, right? I feel like this is a... Okay. Yeah, those are different. So we need... Not that one either. Is it that one? I gotta get my glasses. You're going out of your town during the next week. A long one, you got your days. Oh, cool. Well, everybody needs them. I don't think it's that one there. Everybody needs to have a nice day. want to undo itself. I don't know why. Okay. We won't worry about that. It's this one here. Look at this one here. I know everybody's very stressed about all the stuff happening in the world and stuff. So I want to talk about something which it's going to sound like gossip, but it's not gossip. So remember that I introduced a new guy that I was kind of watching. He's a bigger streamer than me, but I kind of like the stuff he was doing in the real world. His name was Scotty K Fitness. Well, Scotty K Fitness had what a lot happens to quite a few people. He got angry on stream. You cannot get angry on stream. Your best bet is to mute yourself, walk away, and then that's it. You know, don't get angry. But he got angry on stream with someone for something that he probably should not have gotten angry for. So that was probably the problem as well. I'm not going to go into the details of what happened. But so he got angry. And then because he got angry, he retaliated, as is what happens sometimes. And the way that he retaliated was not kosher, was not good. Okay. Now, I didn't see it. I only know by his own admission. He did an apology video to the gentleman. But, and nobody, as is goes, this is always a thing. If you are famous or have a large following, maybe not famous, just have a large following, and you say something that isn't cool and or very unkind or very troubling and problematic, it will hit you harder than if someone just did it on the street for lots of reasons. So he retaliated with this gentleman and then ended up basically doxing the guy on stream, which was not cool, of course, as we all know. But a mistake, because he was angry. I get it. Doesn't excuse him. Just, be aware of that. I don't think that's how he is, per se, in real life. But he did apologize for it. The problem is that his apology wasn't the kind of apology that everybody wanted to hear. I'm pretty sure. Okay. We need that one. I just have it right here. We need this one here. And then we're going to put this one, and then we're going to put a black one on top of it. But he did apologize. But in the process, people feel now, because his apology came a little later than probably was a good idea for him, the biggest sponsor he had, they named a drink and everything after him, he lost. So he has damaged his own reputation, right? Oh, that's not right. He damaged their reputation. He damaged his own reputation, and now he's kind of stepped away from social media, which is probably a good thing at this point. He's probably going to have to reevaluate how this looks for him. This is not the right one. Okay. I don't need that one. So that being said, he has made an apology, as I said. He did say he was sorry. He said he understood if nobody wanted to follow him anymore. And those are always kind of weird in themselves because, really? You can't fix. The problem is when you do something like that, you can't fix it. There's no fixing it. There's no going back. There's no. People are going to say you're only apologizing now because you've lost your sponsorship and it became a big deal, which could be true. I'm missing this. I don't see them. Okay. So let's put this aside for a minute. I'm pretty sure that's the one they are. So where is that one? So I won't be rating him for a while. Though I will keep an eye out to see what happens. Because I think that to say that somebody can't redeem themselves and can't fix their problems is not how we should do this. We should want people to come back. We should want people to... He did a lot of nice things. It doesn't deny being an asshole. But everybody's an asshole at some point in time. And he should have known better, as is always. No, I wasn't friends with him. I wasn't friends. I had started watching him about a year ago on TikTok, and I liked the things he was doing. I wasn't really interested in his weight loss program, because I'm not a weight loss person. Like that, I'm not going to dictate. But he did some really kind and wonderful things. And he was, for the most part, has beaten his trauma that... for most people, brings them down and keeps them from succeeding. And he was doing really good. He was doing really good with it. So, I just like what I had seen. But I don't believe everything I see. What you show... Okay, this is the one I need, too. What people show to people in real life. What people show on this is not... There's a path of redemption with me. Oh. Yeah, no, so... We'll get to that in a minute. What people show on this platform or any platform is not always who they are. And he seemed to be one of those people that was kind of more real-like and would share a lot of parts of his life that were really fun and whatever. I think what happened is what happens to a lot of creators. When people are pushing you up in the air and telling you constantly over and over what a great, great person you are, after a while it can be a struggle when you have mental health to either believe them or not believe them. But it's a struggle to maintain an even keel so that you're not... I can't get this one out. So you're not falling apart. And we've seen it over and over again with people becoming so famous, going from nothing and becoming so famous that then they are just assholes. And then falling from grace, right? And struggling. I watched PewDiePie do that, as probably other people have too, but I watched PewDiePie and struggle with things that he thought were funny and other people didn't think were funny, and then trying to figure out how do you bounce back from that. And there's a weird mixture of that, because you'll get people that just seem kind of fake all the time, and then you'll get people who seem to struggle to stay neutral, right? They don't want to cause any waves. And then you'll get people that are... This one's stuck, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it unstuck. So I have to look and see if it ends up with another green on it. So I can just leave it as is. Yeah, okay, so we'll just leave it as is. But I think that you have to decide for yourself. We all have to decide for ourselves, you know, whether we think this person's genuine or we think this person's not genuine. That's the end result. You just have to decide for yourself. Okay, so this one goes that way. This one's a little more complicated, so it's going to be harder to get that part down. Okay, this part, I'm assuming. Okay, that one, I need another one like this. This one goes here, but I'm not. Put that one. Okay. Put that one aside for me. I have this one. Now I need a black one. There it is. But anyway, so that's what happened. I rated him a couple times. I tried to get to know him a little bit, you know, not like friends, but just all sorts of people there, yes. PewDiePie. Like pew pew when you shoot the thing. He's a big guy over on YouTube. My son started watching him when my son was in grade school. Just silly. Did a lot of silly stuff. watched him graduate, move through his becoming what was PewDiePie? He was like the largest YouTuber on YouTube, very famous. And so I was trying to get to know, but I mean, he was already, Scotty K Fitness was already a very fast and growing faster Twitch person by the time I discovered his Twitch. I had found him over on TikTok, and by that time, he was already pretty famous. So there wouldn't be any way to get to know him in a sense of get to know him as a person kind of thing. But I did, you know, did kind of just follow along as he was doing stuff because it was interesting. And then, but I only want to talk about it because that is a thing that occurs for lots of people. Lots of people fall apart. And they fall apart fast, they fall apart hard, and sometimes they bounce back and sometimes they don't, you know? Sometimes they're able to pick it up and sometimes they're not. I feel like there's parts missing. Well, there will be if I keep throwing them around. Okay, so where was the other one? I made this one. But I need another 4-way, and I'm not seeing it. So that's a 5. That's a bigger than a 5. There's that one. I'll call it a lost cause and just move on. But I don't have another 4 to do that with. I could do this one. Nope, that's not it. Oh, there it is. I need a 4, and it was right in my eyes, and I moved it along. Okay, so this goes on here. And that goes on here. No, and the thing that, you know, is funny is that what he got mad about wasn't something he would have normally got mad about. He'd have been sarcastic about it, but he wouldn't have, based on the stuff I had seen, get overly weird like he did. And he got weird, and I just think that the fast rise was just hard on him. And a lot of people are having severe mental breakdowns right now because of what is going on in the world. So and they're trying to pretend that all the things are normal. It's all good. We're all normal here. No big deal. And it's really not. It's a lot of stress. A lot of stress going on in your life and people's lives. And people need to recognize that. We all need to recognize that there's a lot of stress going on in lives. And it's hard to, when you have a very large following, it is hard to not have to say something because there are people that are looking to you. Because people look at Twitch people and other things. And Feely Boy, you are correct. Well, he's not my buddy. I don't know if he made it right, but he did apologize. The problem is that it's kind of that schoolyard thing, where one kid hit another kid and the other kid fought back, and then it becomes a problem of, well, who gets punished? Does the person who retaliated get punished, or does the person who initially started the contact, or should they both be punished? And in the adult world, it doesn't work like it does in the school world, because you cannot really punish people any more than you punish them. So I would say that the punishment that is occurring on both sides is probably pretty bad. I don't know if the gentleman who everyone knew who knew his address and everything, if that caused him any problems, or if this ended up being taken care of before it got blown out of proportion, or if there's going to be retribution. No, what's that word where they pay money to fix a problem? I don't know. I have no idea. I just watched the video that he made saying that he was terribly sorry by his actions. People didn't like his apology because they didn't feel like he was really sorry, but I think he was sorry for what he said because it doesn't represent who he is. I don't think it's questionable whether he was sorry. I mean, if somebody said mean things to me, and I felt justified in what I said, then I probably would not be feeling sorry that life sucked for that person. But I wouldn't do that. Somebody attacked Miss Lizzie's stream. Oh, yeah. And like I said, there's a lot of stress in the world right now. There are people who cannot deal with the stress that's occurring, so they take it out on other people. We just do that naturally. I get upset in my house, and I sometimes take it out on my family members. If I'm in a lot of pain, I will sometimes, it will come out that way. It is not meant. I immediately apologize and say I'm sorry. I hope Mary's okay. Knowing Mary, she usually is pretty bouncy. She can usually bounce it back. Okay, I so far got that. It's been really hard to find all my parts here. Okay, so then this is gonna go on here. Alright, so there's that. That appears to be what I was doing. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Now we gotta make these ones. Which this one goes on. I gotta see if I can get this off. Hey, Roger. Can you see if you can separate that one? The separation tool, I don't know what's out at the moment, and it's not working, so it didn't work.
Okay. The separation tool's right up there.
Oh, there it is. I'll see if I can get it done then.
Give me a sec, give me.
Here. I mean, sometimes Roger and I say rotten things to each other. Sometimes we say... I don't think it's so much that we say rotten, it's our tone. She was fine, that's good.
Do you have another one?
Another one what?
Brick separator.
No, I do not. Not right here.
Here we go.
Oh, good, thank you. I mean, I think it goes back on there, but I want to put it together the right way so I know for sure. Thank you. Well, no. So here's the rule of thumb. If you don't care about the other person, like they're not somebody who's close to you or whatever, then you should not care what they say, ever. It should not be something that's do or die for you. There are people out there, though, that will kill you for saying the wrong things to other people. I teach children that you've got to think about this. Is this really something that's that big of a deal? I always taught my kids that. Do you like these people? If you don't like these people, it don't matter what they say. My daughter got in a fight once because somebody said something mean about me, and I told her that was silly. There's nothing anybody could say that in any way, shape, or form would affect me. She was like in 4th, 5th grade. I said, you know the truth. We do not need to prove our truth to anyone. And that's all that matters. So, you know, when somebody comes in and attacks you, you have to learn how to just move on. Not excusing the guy's behavior. I like to understand behavior, and I would say that I can understand his behavior. There was probably just the last one too much. And any other given day, probably wouldn't have affected him in any shape or form. But when you have huge amounts of things happening on the outside of the world and huge amount of things happening on the inside of your world, and then everything collides in a big boom, a lot of times you do things that are probably not very smart, like saying something to somebody that probably isn't necessary. I'm missing one of the little half circles. I don't know if it's attached to something. That was... This fell, so I don't know. The parts were all there to begin with. Okay. So I only have one on here. Yeah, I only have one on here. I need another one. This might take me longer than just one day. Okay. It's a specialized one, so I'm not sure I could find it anywhere else. Oh, but to get back to what you're saying is that... there it is. I am this kind of person. If you say mean things to me too many times, you become dead to me. And once you're dead, you don't exist. So I just don't react to you anymore. I will, and I have to say this. If someone says something horrifically mean to you, I don't know where that came from. But if somebody says something that's horrifically mean to you, like a racial slur, sexist slur, threatening you, making innuendos that make you feel less than, you either need to get, if you're on a platform, hey, Dust Bucket, you need to get off the platform, because that's going to happen to you all the time. There's always going to be somebody that comes in and says something that's just horrifically bad. And in real life, if they do it, if they're threatening you, call the police. If they are just saying stupid, rotten, mean things, stand up to them, and then if it's not going to change anything, just walk away. Just walk away. I am a firm believer, and this is one of the things. I would not wear a shirt that said fuck Trump or fuck ICE, or I might feel that way, but I wouldn't wear a shirt like that because I don't really say fuck anybody. I would be more apt to say just drop them dead, bury them in the backyard, and go move on, or something like that. I'm not a nice person to people I don't like. I just ignore them. They don't exist. They're not really there. I do a public shunning, I guess is what I do. Because, what does it matter? They're not nice. I don't need them in my life. So, whatever. And we've had experience Feely knows. They have bad vibes or thoughts, yeah. We had an episode here when I was playing No Man's Sky that was like that. And I just made sure that the right people knew that I didn't do anything wrong. I was willing to apologize if I had hurt somebody's feelings or something, but other than that, I had not participated in any of the things that those people said I had done. And then we left and moved on. And I've done some stupid things, say some mean things, and had to apologize for them. But, here's the thing. This is what I tell Roger. Sometimes you're not sorry for what you did. And saying you're sorry is not really always about saying that you did something wrong. Sometimes saying sorry is just about validating another person's feelings by telling them, hey, I don't think it was right that I did that, or maybe I could have done that a better way, or I stand by what I say, and I apologize, though, that might hurt your feelings. But for me, it's important that I stand by what I say. And it can be tricky to do that. That's how I teach my kids. But sometimes you have to validate people. That's right, Feely. The thing is you are the only one responsible for you. No one else. You are not responsible for anyone else. Okay, so there's this one. And I think this one goes there. So I should have another pink one. There it is. But I just wanted to bring it up because it was interesting to me because, again, I have watched, like PewDiePie went through something like that. There was another one that had some issues that was accused of something, and they didn't never come back because the accusations were too intense for them, and they just got tired of it. This way. Mother. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Now we're going to do the pink one. Another peach one. I sure hope I don't run out by this time. That goes this way. Oh, that's this one. Wait. I don't need this one in here. Come on. Pup left. Pup left. So in March, I'm going to be looking for a new our forever home. Life can be tricky, that's sure. And it's more tricky when you are a streamer with, 1.8 million people watching him, or 1K people. I think he was at 145K on Twitch. I don't know what he was on Instagram. Let's see. And then, so that's always an issue when that's the thing that comes up, you know. Also, okay, so I did want to share something I thought was kind of interesting. So let's see here. If I can find it again. Oh, right here. So I seen this YouTube game. So the name of the channel is Mr. State over on YouTube. And he does California's top creepiest small towns in California. That locals warn you, I guess. Locals warn you not to visit. So I was really kind of curious about it. I don't know that there's any captions on this, so I don't know if I could like say which ones they were. I have been to, so it says, welcome to the shadow side of California, where towns are tiny, the roads are empty, and the locals say don't come back after dark. This isn't just another ghost town countdown. These are real places with disturbing passes, eerie atmosphere, and unsettling stories that go way beyond the usual campfire tales. From abandoned mines to government-run ghost towns and towns with actual curses, we're diving in the strange, the hidden, and the absolutely haunted. So some of the towns that they're talking about is Eastwood. I don't know where Eastwood, California is. So couldn't tell you if that was a true thing or not. Okay, I need to pop this one out. There we go. Okay, I did the pink. Where'd I put it? It's on, oh, it's on here. So I'm going to go like this. Another one is Bennetville. I don't think I've ever been to Bennetville, but maybe. Mono Mills. I'd have to see where they were all at. White Mountain City. Cerrero Gordo Mines. Callao Ghost Town. Crescent City I've been to many, many times. Bodie State Historical Park. And Panamint City. I don't know what... So I don't know. Maybe it's a haunted part in Crescent City. Crescent City never has been very creepy, so I don't know. Kind of interesting. So I thought I might watch that later tonight and see what that's like. Okay, so I think that's how that goes. So I debated on doing this as a live stream because we already did it once, but I figured it's not really going to matter one way or another. Okay, so this one. This one. And then the two white funky ones right here, which are the eyeballs, which I may not have to put all the way together. Let me see. Well, okay, we'll take this part off. We'll take those parts off. Put them there. We need this part. And then we need that other part on that other eyeball. That one not on there. So there it is. We can have any kind of personalities that we want to have. That is true also. We can't. But I just want you guys to be aware. I know that there's a lot of stress going on with the world as the world is right now. And that's normal. Normal. What you have to do is try to work really hard not to let it affect your life. To add to the stress that you also feel. Because that also is normal. There's that one. Do I have them going the right way? And it affects me too. I had a really bad day. The day after Mr. Alex was shot, murdered. That stressed me out greatly. Scared me, stressed me out. It's very far away. It's not like my backyard. But then on top of that, then Portland got tear gas 2 days later. or almost a week later maybe, it was last Friday, Portland got gassed, tear gassed. And then Eugene got tear gassed and flashbanged and all that stuff. And so it makes it closer and closer. And that, it's scary. That's just the truth of the matter. It's just scary. So it can cause great stress in your thing. And it's scary for all kinds of reasons. I don't know why that would be there, but okay. Because you're not going to open it, so why would that be there? It's a bizarre thing to put there. Okay, now we need another peach one, which I have. That goes right there. Maybe because it just makes a nose like, because you're not using it like the hinge that it is now, because you put this on top of it. It's weird. Okay, it's just weird. Weird. So I've been thinking about what should I do as a art thing. I want to do a fox, Shardvixen. I want to do a Shardvixen on there and Shardvixen's name and do it in mixed media. So that's what I'm going to be trying to work on. Okay, that's that one. I don't know if I'll do an art stream on Saturday or not. Need to invest in gas. Well, my daughter was telling me there's a guy in Eugene who's been driving around handing out gas masks to people if they're going to go protest, which is really nice. And they're doing kind of the same thing in Minnesota, Minneapolis. They have people putting together packs for them. Okay, we need another pink one. There it is. Okay, there we go. But I can't protest. I keep thinking I'd like to go out, but now I'm like, I don't think I want to go out. And it's because of my trauma of being attacked. The idea of putting myself in what would be a dangerous situation is more than I can do at this point in time. I did it much more. It was easier when I was younger, but that was because before I had children, I guess would be the statement on there. It was before I had children. Because then when you have children, your morality becomes more set in stone. And since as a single mother, it's even worse because there's nobody that my children could turn to if something was to happen to me. And yeah, there's family members, but the ego in me is like, no one would take care of them the way I did. But obviously, if I was going out and protesting, I wasn't in my mind's eye, because somebody could take this wrong. It's just for me. Would be causing me great stress. Okay, that's just me. I'll say because I don't trust people. This is ever since my kids got born. My sense of trust in people is very limited. So I would not trust that people would not try to hurt you. I've seen people get mad. I've seen people pull people down in the ground. I've been experience with people throwing beer bottles. I got hit by a beer bottle at a protest. And so it can be less than happy. So that's not how I do things. So my protest comes when I talk about the things that bother me, when I talk about what I think we should be doing, when I talk about places I share on all my I share on my Discord, I share other places so people can go and look at what I'm looking at. You can make comments if you want on it. You can say, I don't think that's true, or this is true, or what. Here, go look at this. I will go look at other stuff. Because that would be very rude of me not to look at other people's statements. I just don't like people to tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, so we got to put these here. I send money when I have money. I was thinking about volunteering. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I was thinking about volunteering as a poll worker. That would also, I was told by one of the ladies I watched, that says that would be a really great way to show support, because you could be there to make sure that nothing happens to people trying to come to vote. But again, I don't know if I want to put myself in that situation. Now, when I say put yourself in a situation, I am not ever putting any blame on the victim. The blame always goes to the person who has committed the offense. Because that person had a choice to choose not to do that. Whereas the person who is someplace else may not have had a choice. So, it's a tricky thing. And also, I come from an era in which if you were abused or molested or attacked or something, the first thing they would do is look at what sex you were, look at where you were supposed to be at the time that it happened, what were you doing, why were you there, and then told that it was probably your fault because you were making less than stellar choices on where to be. And it took all the way going through college and stuff to learn that that's not the case. It's not my fault. It's not a Renee Good's fault. It's not Alex. I don't remember his last names. It starts with a P. It's not his fault. It's not Kevin Porter's fault. It's not any of the people who died in ICE facilities. It's not their fault either. And sometimes there's nobody to blame. It's just a whole setup. Is it calming down in Eugene? I don't know. I haven't been over there. I haven't heard that they arrested some people. They let them go. People are still protesting. So I'm assuming. I don't think there's... So the protest in Eugene is a little different than some of the other protests. What happened is the way the federal building is in Eugene is it sits in like this weird, like this, and you come in through this way. So it's like that. And they have these huge glass doors around it, so like this, and people were right up to the glass doors, like they were right at the beginning. So the Eugene police, and I'm not defending them, I'm just stating what it is, decided that a riot was occurring because they were overstepping what they felt was the boundaries for the protesting, which they're allowed to do. I mean, seems odd, but they are allowed to do that. It's legal to say you're in the way of something. So that's where that happened there. And so they use flash bombs and other things to have the protesters step back. What happened in Portland was different because that was done by ICE, and they purposely were targeting the people who were striking. They were doing an economic strike on that day. And so there were families and children and all kinds of people out there, and they all got tear gassed. And they kind of knew that. And again, there are people who are saying, well, it's their own fault for being there. It's their own fault for taking their children. It's their own fault. But you see, people expect to be able to peacefully protest. And then if you bring your own children thinking you're going to peacefully protest, and then you get hit by something that they shouldn't have gotten hit with, then it's not their fault. That's on the government's fault for not making it peaceful, keeping it peaceful. So, but Eugene, I think that people just got a little pushy and got too close. And I'm not saying it's their fault to be. They should not have used gas there either. And they should not have seen I don't agree that the Eugene Police Department should have called that a riot. But, hey. We all know that people have to make their own... authorities will make their own decisions about things sometimes. And we could protest them too. Oh, this fucker doesn't want to sit. Oh no, that's not going to work. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got his eyeballs back on. Okay. We need 2 of these. Pretty sure that's what I'm looking at. Yep, and 2 of those. them or not. It's that one that tricks me every single time. Tricks me, tricks me. I need another one of those. Where are you? Where are you? I don't think you're there. No. But, you know, I heard I heard at the Capitol, Idaho State Capitol. Why does the city own tear gas? Is there a lot of mass? I'm pretty sure that most of the tear gas, most police stations now have tear gas. I'm pretty sure that they've had tear gas way before protesting. But I've never thought of that. I would assume they've had tear gas for. I mean, for the Black Lives Matters protest, they had tear gas there. So I'm just thinking it's a. Also, I thought all police had them since the 1960s. That was just because you can't trust, human beings to behave themselves. That's not the right one. It says it's that one, but it's not the right one. That's the wrong one. That's not the one I want. Okay, we're gonna stick this one as the right one. So I need one of more of these. More of these, please, sir. That's one of those. So let's stick that over there so we know where it's at. This is what I need. One of these. Nope. 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 I mean, your police in your city don't have tear gas. I could look it up. I don't know what the other one of that is. Maybe they're on this end here. We'll take this off. Oh, that's all right. I was supposed to put one there. Okay, I'm supposed to put one here. Put this here. Ah, there we go. Then I'm supposed to do that. Oh, I remember there was where's that one at? Well, that's bizarre. See, they do. They have a skip here. Okay, look. So up here, right, it doesn't show you these ones there. It just skips right to it. That's a bad thing. Okay, I remember that because me and the boy had a problem with that. So I need... I don't know which ones those are. It says 2 there, but what's go on that one? Okay. Give me a moment here because I got some shit going on. Oh, this is on the bottom. Okay, I see. I'm good now. This was the top. We were right there with the top. This is the bottom now. Now we're on the bottom. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. You don't think you've had civil unrest? Okay, well, that's... What's going on with this? What I want to close in. Oh, there it goes. I don't know if it's this... I just thought that it was standard. Because when I was in Sacramento and Davis in the 80s, they had tear gas. They didn't always use it, but they had it. I can't get these to snap in. Okay, there it goes. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Okay, so now we are on this part, which goes this way. Yeah, goes like that. Okay, I got that. I just think it's a standard for police, but maybe not. I did see, so, Idaho State Capitol had protesters who were there in support of ICE. There wasn't that many of them, but there was it was a nice crowd. So it would be also interesting to see how many other people show up and support ICE. And that was after the 3 deaths. Because there's 3. Kevin Porter's another one. He's the gentleman in, was at a motel in LA on New Year's Eve, and he went out and shot a gun in the air, which is illegal. But then a ICE agent who was staying there, wasn't on duty or anything, came out and shot him. And that one also has some tricky stuff that goes with it, but you know, it's fine. Tricky. We all have tricky shit. And so there's investigations going on about that too. And I'll keep saying the same thing I keep saying when people send me stuff to try to change my mind. In the world as we would like it to be and what we thought it was, a person has to be proven guilty. So unless they are running from the law and are causing a danger while they're running from the law, or are actually shooting, like their guns going off and shooting people, and it is deemed a danger to society, law officials are not supposed to engage with anyone in a violent manner. Now that has been changing over a period of time, but it's not how I was raised to believe. Now, I don't trust authoritative figures in that sense, because they are only human beings, and human beings have been known to make crazy decisions in the heat of things. Why would anyone like the feds roaming your neighborhood? Well, because my neighborhood is very diverse. Not when I was a kid, though. When I was 17, 18, it could have been older, I can't remember, but I was hitchhiking on my way home. I've only hitchhiked a couple times, but this was before some other bad things happened. I was hitchhiking on my way home, and I was picked up by a sheriff. Now, there's always been warnings in our hometown, my hometown and towns surrounding it, that there was a sheriff who was a little overly friendly when picking you up, if he happened to pick you up. Now, it had been said that he could cite you. Okay, I'm missing one of these. It's not that one. It's not this one. But he was more known to put you in the back of his car and, treat you unkindly. I'm not going to say how, because it would vary from one person to another. And I got picked up. And he didn't abuse me, but he did make me very, very afraid, to the point that I just wanted out of the damn car. I was wanted out of the car so bad. And I didn't want to tell him where I live, because you don't want to tell somebody treating you, even though they can find it on your ID. I didn't think at the time when I was young. It wasn't until later. But you're like, I don't want this person to know where I live. I don't want this person to know anything about me. I just want this person to leave me alone. He was very handsy, touchy, but, I mean, when you're a young girl in the 70s and 80s, you find that old men tend to be touchy-feely. It's either your ass, or you're patting you on the arm, or brushing their arms against your breast. That's just a normal state. So and then my parents lied to me a lot, and things occurred with my mental health that made believing people problematic. So I don't really trust I don't trust people to behave the way they're supposed to. One would hope that if you called the police and you were in trouble, they would help you, but that has not been my experience in life. I was raised in I don't know where that went. Upper middle class. My father made a lot of money, but my father was also known by many people in my town, especially police officers, because he was not very nice drunk. So he had gotten kicked out of a lot of bars and things like that. You should learn to be less impetuous. Probably true of all of us. So that being said, that's why protesting is a problem for me, because I don't trust people to be kind at any time, especially when people are very adamant in what they believe in or don't believe in. I am missing a piece. I can't find them. I don't know where those pieces are, so that's a problem. I don't know if I have to have them to put it together, though, so maybe we'll just avoid it. I'm wondering if I used a piece in the wrong place. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. So they may have just fell off. Okay, so let's see. There's these ones. Let's put that there. There's these ones. I don't know why it can't be one of these, but it shows them not being that. It shows them being these ones. Right here. 2 of them. When that goes... Okay, this one stays here, and then this one goes here, and then another one goes there, because it's going to make a jaw, and I just don't know where that's at. So I'm going to not put that one in there, and then he can look for another piece, because there might be some extras someplace. That's those. That's why I took them all apart, because these won't go in here, I don't think. No, see, because I need the button. Button, who's got the button? So annoying. Okay, so, can't find them. I'm gonna move on. Maybe I'll find them later. It's the jaw under here, I'm pretty sure is what I'm building. So, we'll wait and see what happens. Okay, and then I need, well, that will be a problem. This one here. So if where's this one? Because I think that's what's missing too, is the other one for that. I don't see that either. Okay, so we're missing one whole section. What's the other one I need? So I'm just gonna skip it for now. Maybe we'll find it later, when we least expect it, when we put them all together. That's usually what happens. Well, you learn to make your world safe, because, well, but as a young woman, life isn't very safe. So you have to teach your young children, both male and female, how to treat people with kindness and how to protect themselves and others. And so my daughter would, protect herself, and she would protect her friends. And then my son, I taught him the same thing. I did not say because you're one gender or another gender, this is your responsibility. I said, as people, it is our responsibility to do our best to be kind to others, and when people are not kind, to set them straight. But know that in doing so, you may set yourself up to be attacked as well. Okay, so I'm missing this section right here. I don't know where it's at. I don't see it here. So, like I said, I'm just going to build it, and then maybe he'll find it later and can put it in there. Because it's not there. It's gone. Because the whole part is gone. The whole little piece here and then this little piece that went there. Because these are 2s. Okay. Tricky things about Legos. Alright, then we need, this goes on here, which makes sense because I was having problems finding this. Alright, this goes like this. Oh, bastard. See, this is not going to hold because I'm missing pieces. I need to go out and see if I can find me. Oh, this one has to go this way. Okay, there we go. So that part's missing. We'll just hope that it will come home. Come home sometime. Okay, then we need 2 of these, which are also missing, I'm pretty sure. These ones? Yes, these ones. These ones. The whole section missing, I think. Up there. Okay, and then these go like this. Doesn't seem right. I'm missing something? I'm missing another. I think there's nope, that can't be right. Maybe right there. That'd be right. Is that how that goes? No, they're supposed to go right here. Okay, I'm confused as fudge bunnies. Okay, so we put that one there. Why is it not? But it's not showing how it fits there. And it's supposed to go one here. One there. Which explains why it probably fell to begin with. Oh, now we've got problems. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Okay. It's like it's missing a... See, that is like it's missing something, but it's not showing it on here. So let me go back for a minute. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. That's weird. Welcome to our weirdness. Okay. So now, yeah, it's supposed to be flush, but it's not flush. And I'm not sure why it's not flush. Like, am I missing something? I only have one of those. So am I missing something? I don't know what I'd be missing. Alright. Alright, so we're just gonna move on here. This is one of those complicated ones that if things fall apart on you, you're screwed. So now this is not gonna sit here. Okay. I mean, this part fits right. I'm just confused about this part here. So I'm going to go back and look again because... Ah, that's what it says. Okay, I did miss something. I did it. I did miss something. And now it all makes sense. Okay. I missed. It's a 4-way. Where'd the 4-way go? I put one 4-way up here. Hey, love. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, I was going to have you do something for me, but I don't need it right now. I found it. I found it. We all... Yes, Feely boy. So, it would be great if our world was not as chaotic or crazy as it is, but that's neither here nor there. We all could wish for that, but it's just not going to happen. Crazy is where we're at now. And then, like all things, when crazy happens, there's no turning back. We're never going to be able to go back to a time when it was not normal to have police tear gas you. I just saw this crazy, I'm pretty sure, this crazy post that I'm pretty sure was clickbait, though a lot of people were falling for it, where this lady said that she did not care if Trump was in the Epstein files. She could care shit less about the Epstein files. And she really didn't care if Trump touched her children or touched her, because Trump is doing the best for the country and forever. I don't care how great of a person was doing for the rest of the world. I don't think that I would sacrifice myself or my own children for it. But I don't know. If it really, I guess, was the best place ever, maybe myself, but definitely not my own children. I would not ever do that. One, because their lives are not something that it's not my life, it's their lives. You can't give up somebody else's life. Okay, I don't know if this is the right place for this. Okay, so there's that. It is, but why is it not going in easily? Because it's Legos. Okay. It's Legos, and Legos don't go in easy. Sometimes. Okay, they are not going in here. It's weird. Didn't they go right there? I would have thought they would have gone right there, but... Okay. I did this wrong again? Oh, I did. I did do this wrong. Oh, my lordy. It's a constant. This is my fault, not Legos. I have messed this up. Okay, I gotta get that part off. Okay, well, we'll just take that part off then. But I need that part off because I fucked these all up. Okay. But how would that work? These are supposed to go out like this. Oh, maybe they go like this. But how does that work? Gotta go back. No. Where says that? This part. No. That part. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Like that. That's what I thought, but where's the pink part? Okay, that's sitting like that. These are supposed to go like that, right? Okay, they're not sitting well, so I'm having a major problem here. Okay. So we had to put that together like that. And we put one of these on here. Like this. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is. That's right. That goes this way. Oh, you bastard. No. Okay, can I take you out? Fine. Stay like that. Okay, this one. Then we need to go this way. Okay. I really wish I could find that other piece. I felt like these were it. But They're not long enough. Nope. Okay. It's a problem. It's a problem. Problem. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Okay, that goes there. Now, these go this way. Okay, so then that's that way. Now, this goes on here, like that. Okay, like that. Now, I have this here. Like that, right? That's what it says, like that. These go on like that. Just like that. So it says, then these go on that. Like this.
Oh, okay.
And then, this one, I'm very perplexed by this. Ah, it's been too long now. I want to get to coloring. This is like this. This has to go this way. Ah, there it goes. I finally got it to work. That took a while. Alright, so then that. You have these guys here. That way. Cordy, why are you drinking the water out of there? I don't know what it is about you and this. This dog has his own water dish, he has his own food dish, and he's in here drinking off poor hexes. Okay, so that's that. Okay, then we need these two big ones. And they go right here.
Hey, Mom.
Hey,
Did you order things, or is this Rachel?
those are Rachel's. I have something coming tomorrow, but I've seen in the orders that she ordered all the little birthday things she does over at Olive Garden. She ordered them through. Because I was looking at them like, why is she buying so many Valentine's stuff? Because of like 12 flowers, 12 this. I'm like, what do we need all that for? And then I realized, oh, it's for Olive Garden. Oh, what? Where's your chew toy? It was over there. What did you do with it? You're such a whiner. It's all right. There are pieces for the brain. I feel like that. I need a brain piece. Okay. Okay, we did that one now. Now we have to do this last piece. And then all these pieces, maybe in all of these pieces, we will find the right piece that goes right here. And I'll be able to complete it. Otherwise, I'm just going to say whatever. And then we'll probably call it quits. And I'm going to do some artsy stuff. Because I also have to put the pup to bed later. So I don't get to sleep in here. Alright, so we did this. Times 2. Two of those. One of these. One of those. And then one triangle thingy. Triangle, where are you? There you go. You always end up with extras for those. Okay, so we're gonna go this one. This one. Oh, I need, yeah. Okay, and then this one goes here. And then you do this one here. And then you're gonna put this one there. But you know, even though I live in fear, part of that's just my mental health. Okay, so it goes right there. Yep. It's just my mental health. It's not that there probably was a whole lot of things to be afraid of. It just feels like there was a whole lot of things to be afraid of. So I don't know where the rest of this green stuff comes. Oh, the ears. I thought. Okay. I'm like, why is there so much green here? If I'm done with the head. Okay, so then we need another one of those. 2 of those again. Which this is this one right here. 2 of these and this, and I just need another one of these guys. Nope, not that one. Is that what I need? Yes, and I need another one of those flat ones. This one here. Okay, and then this one here. And then this one goes on this side, right? Yep. Okay, so then that's done, and the head goes back on. Aha. Okay, so we are officially got his head back on. Yay. Yay. What am I getting from the Japanese steakhouse? I don't know. Noodles? I like noodles. Noodles are good. Alright, see if we can build this. It's more I'm taking Roger, because he seemed to really wanted to go, so I'm taking him. I myself, I mean, it's fun to go to other places. I'm taking my sister to a pub, because she has not been to a pub in a long time, she said, so that's where I'm taking her for. I'm taking her for Valentine's, because I'm going to tell you a little sad story. My sister has not had a really great life, as many of us have had some issues in life, but she has never had anyone celebrate Valentine's Day with her because they loved her, you know, like they're her lover. So here's the thing. As I have told you, her boyfriend died about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And he had this huge thing planned for her birthday and for Valentine's Day. And she was, of course, looking forward to it. So I decided that I'm taking her out if she feels up to it. So I'm going to take her out. I bought her a Valentine's Day card and candy and these pretty hair things with little jewels in them. Because jewelry is what you're supposed to get for Valentine's Day, supposedly. I don't know. I got a video game once for for Valentine's Day. I was happy with that. I didn't really celebrate Valentine's Day a lot. I've gotten Valentine's gifts. Somewhere in my memory box, I think there are those Valentine gifts. I've been taken out places and people spent time with me and, you know, put that there. So I'm not overly worried about it. And Roger, he likes to take me out to dinner on Valentine's Day. And our anniversary, and we do birthday dinners.
Ew!
I'd rather have my birthdays, but that saying, he bought me something for me. I don't think it was a Valentine's Day. I just asked him if he'd buy me something, and he said yes. So, remember how you got nice chocolate for the ladies in your life? Yeah, see? I got her chocolate truffles, and she loves Reese's peanut butter cups, so I got her Reese's Hearts, little tiny ones. And today I bought her some stuff, because people should get spoiled once in a while. This doesn't seem right. Okay, I'm right here. And now I have to, okay, put that one there, and I have to have, it's another one of those kind. I'm like, oh, this one, I think, maybe. Huh? No, that's a big one. Is that the one? Yes, it is. Cool. And then I need this one goes here. But I like I said, I like unique gifts. But anyway, so what he got me is a new die cutter. So we will get back to doing the die cutting DIY when I get that back. This doesn't seem right. Nope, that's the big one. Okay, I'm missing those pieces. So I don't know where they're at. This isn't it. It says it is, but it seems too big. Oh, because that goes here, not there. Okay, there it is. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then this one goes on here. There we go. All right. But yeah, so hi there over on YouTube, Theodora Grambell 3210. Thanks for stopping by. We are fixing a Lego piece that got broken in the middle before we could finish building it. So I had to backtrack it. But I'm gonna, when I'm done with the ears here, we're going to then go to my art stream. But thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you never come back, I hope you have a beautiful life. Okay. So we're gonna do you like Legos? Is that why you're here? Legos. They're not, I've been informed that they're not Legos, they're just Lego. There's no S on them. No S. Parrot was out earlier today, but now she's sounding a little bit stressed. You had to block that one already? Over there on YouTube? You had to block that one? Let's see. Theodore Grambell. When did you block him, Feely? Or did he pop up someplace else? Well, we'll see if he behaves himself. Their self. We do not know. Could be. It's a very fun hobby. Well, as long as you can't see. Well, you're over on Twitch. You can't see. I can see it over on Twitch. So we're alright. It's a very fun hobby. It can be. It can also be a very stressful hobby. Okay. This is a build I was doing with my grandson. It got knocked around and fell apart a little bit. And he was oh, I put the wrong one together. No, I put the right one together. He was unhappy and did not want to retrace himself, so I told him I would do it. So we'll see. But we're missing pieces, so we may not be able to complete our build. I'm not sure, and this one is the one he's a little stressed about. He doesn't want it. It says it's hidden. What's hidden? Let me see. Over on YouTube? Because it's coming up on my Twitch. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'll get there. Nope, it's working over here, so I don't know what's going on with you, Feely. It's working on Lego, and it says it's hidden. The one that you blocked says it's hidden? Because usually I see whatever you're doing. You can go into your chat settings. Let me see. It didn't show me that you caught anything or blocked anybody. So it's all good, Feely. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's fine. Maybe you blocked them from you and that's why it's showing up that way. Like maybe they were someone. that caused a problem for you. That could be it. So I'm not sure what you're saying to me, Feely. You blocked somebody else? Oh. My puppy's making squiggly noises in his... It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure you're trying to suckle it. I see he's trying to suckle while he's asleep. It says it has been blocked. Okay. Which one? Because I'm not, that's not a message I'm getting on mine. So maybe it was somebody else. I haven't had any best views in a while. So I don't have anything up here that's showing that. So don't worry about Philly. Just let it go. And so you cannot see them chatting with you. Is that what's going on? You can't see. You cannot see Restream bot telling you that there's a person that said hi. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I can take care of it from this side. Oh, you know why? Because Restream's not doing anything. Hang on. There it goes. Alright, Restream has re-kicked itself in. So maybe the bitrate went down. You with the your restroom options? Yeah, it's alright, Feely boy. You know what? There's a blurb. So I went over and checked on the Restream, and Restream wasn't working. So that might be what you're seeing there. There might be chat lag. Well, don't worry about it. There's nothing. I don't think there's a problem with that. We'll wait and see. Okay. All right. So we need this. We need one of these, and we need two of these facing this way. Oh, I already have one facing. No, that's facing the wrong way. Right? Because that's gonna go that way. Oh no, I guess that's right. Well, look and see. That says that way. Okay, so we gotta put this one here. This is one of those that's kind of hard to do. Sure, it just goes right there. Oh, no, maybe not. That's the wrong way, that's why. Seems like one of these goes here. Okay, I'm having some problems here already. No. Okay, there we go. Well, that was... No, that's not right, is it? That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right, but you know what? Let's try it. It's not right. It's not right. Because I'll just put it right on top. I can't go on top of it. I have to go below it. Now it's stuck. I may have to call it quits on this one because it's driving me nuts. There we go. Alright, I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm not going in the right direction anyway, so that wouldn't be those anyhow. This would be these ones. And I don't know where that other one is. There it goes. Okay, so I'm going to look at this first. It says you put this one on first. Like that. Then this one has to go like that. Oh, I see. Like that. That one goes like that. And then this one, I know you do the best you can, Feely. That's the only thing you can do. It's the best you can. That doesn't go the right way. This one goes like that. And then we put this one right here. There we go. Ta-da. And we're going to put it on his ear this way. feel like I don't have. Oh, they are there. Click. All right, there's his ear. I'm so sad. Ah. Yeah. Okay. So ears done. Got the head. Let's make our last ear, and then we'll have to finish the other one next time because I want to get some drawing in. I want to at least kind of get an idea of what I might want to put in it. I work on it this weekend. I have to be done by next Monday anyway because we're taking them down Tuesday. So I got to get on the boys to do theirs too, which I taught them some watercolor stuff, so that should be fun. They've been making some stuff, watercolor stuff. Okay, so now I got to do that whole thing again because that was so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Okay, so got there. Now, where's that ear one? There it is. There be the ear one. Okay. We need one of these. This whole thing again. This one here. This one here. Okay. Then we got this one. Then we got this one. Hi T Minus. How are you? You don't see that I'm live on YouTube? I'm not on I'm on Wild Rhyme Times. Do you need that thing? Let me get there real quick for you. So you guys want to go over there and check. Discord should pop it up by, not Discord, but my Restream bot should be putting it up, but if it's not, here it is. This is my Wild Rhyme Time YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out. But no, I'm not on Shardvixen. I'm on Wild Rhyme Times, which is where I put all my art stuff. Because I wanted a YouTube channel that was separated from that. Okay, what has happened here? Oh, so I didn't put this part on here. So I was like, what happened here? What happened here is I didn't put that on right. How are you, T Minus Mom? Hope things are good for you. I'm having a muscle weakness 2 days. You didn't know you always left out on. No, that's not true, that's not true, because it's in my Discord. You just haven't been paying attention. So over on my Discord, let's show you real quick. Let's go to my Discord. Alright, so in my Discord here, if you go to... Where is it at? Maybe I don't have it anymore. Let's go ahead and get mad at me. Where would it be? Down here. Pretty sure it's here. There you go. So, right here. If you go into Journal Journeys in my, under the Witching Hour gallery, in my Discord, the Journal Journeys, which I'd have to put my desktop up. But it says, it's probably the third or fourth one up, and it has, here is the video of Ashenda's journal I made her. That's Wild Rhyme Time. I think at one time, you know what, you guys, I will do it again. At one time, I had where you could go and find all of my different channels I had. but I don't remember what it is. It's like it's right above the wishing foundation fountain, which I haven't really used that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but I might. But at one point in time, I think because I got rid of some other stuff. Let me see. Yeah. So at one time, I had all the places you could find me, but I got rid of it since I got rid of TikTok. I will put that back up, and you guys can go there and see. But yeah, I have a channel and that's where I put if I make videos of me and Boo playing or something, that's where I put them. Just so you know. Hang on a second. Okay. You eat fruit? You field fruits and dry figs? Hey, look, there's Cuswell over there on YouTube. Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing better. I had 2 manic episodes. Happens with my bipolar. It's rare. I'm not usually manic. I'm usually what's called baseline and depressive. Manic isn't one of my... It's not my normal go-to. Which is why I wasn't diagnosed as bipolar for a very long time, because I didn't present as a bipolar individual. You have California figs. Field fruit. That's what I would have thought field fruit was like. Here would have been, well, in Oregon we have blueberries, because there's been so many blueberry orchards, farms that have gone under, that they just run rampant by themselves. But blackberries and huckleberries? No, Marionberries. Sorry, Marionberries. You know the berry that I'm most interested in? And I found the bushes for it, but I've never actually gotten to try the berries. It's the salmon berry. Finally saw them growing in tree format. So, thanks for stopping over there. But that's where all the art is. Oh, by the way, so, Walt, I just wonder, did you read Blueberries Are Hard to Grow Because of the Ground? Hey, Ashley, thanks for stopping by. Because of the ground condition they require. Hey, you know what I found out about blueberries real quick? If you get blueberries, you need to get guinea pigs. Because guinea pigs will clean the bottom and the bottom areas of your bushes, and their poop is great fertilizer because they're eating the blueberries, so it goes back into the ground. So when I have blueberries, that's what we're going to be doing. How are you? I'm sorry, I just dropped by. I've been checking on your Discord to make sure that the baby, I don't miss the baby coming, because I don't always check my Discords. But anyway, let's get back to Cuswell. Cuswell asked about Halloween wreaths. I left you in my Discord an idea that you could make an easy Halloween wreath. Right now, Michael's, and this is not a sponsor video or anything, because I don't make money off this, but Michael's he's not going to come until his induction day, probably. Michael's has wreaths and stuff for like 70% off. So I would go pick up one of those. I would snip off the pine cones, though you could leave those on too if you wanted to. But I would snip off all the Christmassy stuff and just leave the wreath. And then I would spray paint it black or silver or gold or whatever Halloween color you want to use, purple. orange, whatever. I would spray that whole wreath. I'd let it set, and then I would make little cutouts or start shopping around online or in thrift stores. Right now there's a lot of Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff. I would look for little Halloween stuff to put in your wreath. You can make your own though. Pretty easy. I could help you. There's ways to do it. Easy ways. So cookie cutters are a really great way of doing that. So for those of you who do know Ashley but haven't really done a lot of stuff on that, is she's gonna have a baby soon. Baby soon. Her baby is coming in, what she said, in a couple of weeks, huh? February soon, maybe. End of February. Maybe he'll come for Valentine's Day. Well, I was going to say, if you want, because, well, I will get a wreath. I already have black spray paint because we were going to spray this other thing that my daughter got. My daughter bought an angel Christmas tree that she absolutely adores, but she wants to spray it black, and she bought the stuff for that, and she bought some other paint. So if you are interested in watching how it might be, I could pick all that stuff up. February 19th. There you go. She may come the 14th. he might sneak in the 14th. That would be a Valentine's baby. I think it'd be cool. I don't know if it'd be cool for the baby. Anyway, so. But thanks for stopping by, Ashley. Tell your husband I said hi. I hope he's very excited for baby coming, baby coming. I'm not sure your teenager is all that excited. Mine was, but that's because she's a baby. She was always a baby person. She loved babies. Babies were. I didn't do that one. It's weird. Okay, I need what the. Oh, that's weird. Because I didn't do it that way. What we got going on here? Well, that's that way. Did I miss a spot? I think I missed a spot. On that ear. Apparently I missed a spot, guys. Okay, that's fine. I would explain. So this has to go here. There we go. Okay. And then this one goes here. Probably easier to see if I do it that way. Alright, so there's that. Put that down there. I'll actually put that way, that way. That way, that way. Then we gotta do this one. Okay, so this one. Well, I would buy, so, because, well, but really wanted the sister. And tell Cora that secretly she could dress the baby up like a little girl if that was her thing. We did it with mine. He wore all kinds of different clothes. But I was non-gender, so it didn't really matter what it could give him. So, if you buy a couple of different wreaths, you could do a couple of different. But I'll tell you, I will check again at Michael's next week and see if I can. Thrift stores are a good place too. I'm telling you right now. That worked. She got a little okay with it when she saw the onesie that says "Don't make me get my big sister." Yeah. Well, like I said, because I raised my daughter as non-gender as you possibly can. It's literally impossible to be completely non-gender unless you raise them in a box out in the middle of nowhere. But for the most part, I raised her as non-gender as I could. Then I was the same way with my son. So he had this pair of boots that he loved so much that when we first walked by, he was horrible for shoes. Horrible because of his autism, now we know. But he was horrible to get shoes. So if he found shoes he loved, those were the shoes he got. And he would wear sandals 24/7. Crocs is really what he wore 24/7 until he was in high school. But we were shopping at Kmart, which doesn't exist anymore, and he saw these little black combat looking styled shoes. And he was like, I want those. And I said, okay. So I bought them, and the inside they had they had purple on them, but the outside was just a black shoe. Like, you wouldn't have been able to tell which one it was one way or another. So, I got them for him, and while he was at school, one of the little girls there was all like, I have those shoes. Those are little girl shoes. And he looked at her and said, they're not, because I'm a boy and I'm wearing them, so therefore they're little boy shoes. And so that was it. You messed up on your queen size blanket? Yeah, I've done that many times. I got a new bed, so I'm going to get me a new blanket, I'm sure, soon. I just haven't yet. Where'd that other one go? Oh, there it is. There it is. I mean, so that was my son. Yep, it's art. Yeah, see? Ashley knows. It's art. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as you like it. And spraying a wreath isn't that big of a deal. You're going to need a table. I'm sure you sprayed paint lots of things. You're just going to need some place to put it on so it doesn't get paint everywhere. And then you just spray it all around and inside out until you're done. And if a little green showed, it probably wouldn't matter because it's, you can cover that up with tulle or whatever you want. Whatever you want to do with it, you will be able to do with it because it's yours. That's how that works. Because it's yours. That's not right. I think it goes this way. Yeah. That seems right, right? I don't know. I don't care. Okay. And these go right here. Oh, no. Yeah. Yep. Nope, that's not right. What the fuck am I doing wrong again? I'm always doing something wrong on these. Oh, that's what it is. It goes this way. No, that's not how it goes, because I did it last time. Okay. Easier if I look at it this way. Oh, no. Okay, I see. Yeah. It goes this way. This way. I remember now. And then this way. Hello. Is this Lego from the hit movie Star Wars? I don't think so. I think this movie is from this is from Mandalorian. This is the little baby dude that goes in here. Grogu, right? Did I say it right? It's not mine. My grandson picked it out for me to do with him. This is wrong. Why is this wrong? Maybe because I'm going the wrong way? Yep. There we go. Aha. 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 Okay. Now we got it. Now we got it. And I'm just repairing it. We were building on it before, and I'm repairing it now. Because it got drumped. Alright, ears are on. Yay! Alright, so next time, I'm going to work on this during the week, maybe. I've got something else I'm going on, so. We have to put his frog back on him, though. Let's put his frog on him. The frog's already built, so it's not a problem. He just got knocked around. Where's our little froggy dude? There he is. And he goes right here. Yeah, he gets hooked on right there, I think. I guess he could go right there. Doesn't want to go right there. Don't make any sense, this shit. Doesn't make sense. Never makes sense. For sure it goes right there. But it's not going right there. Oh, there he is. Okay. There he is. I feel like he's closer than that. Maybe he's supposed to be in his hand. I don't care. We're going to stick him right there. It'll be safer. We'll stick him like this. Nope. I guess it won't go there. You're a pain, Mr. Grinch. Oh, wait, you're not Grinch, so. Anybody stopping by, thanks for stopping by to watch me fumble through this shit. Cause it's a fumble for sure. I don't know how to get his frog on there. I haven't figured it out. So we did it once. Maybe I just hook him on his fingers right here. Nope, it won't hook that way. It would hook this way though. There we go. Look, he'll just hold the frog like that. Hold the frog like that. Maybe by his feet would be better. There he goes. Yep, by his feet. Look, he's got the frog by his feet as he eats him. Okay, so that's back to where it's supposed to be. What he's going to be, this is his little baby carrier. Remember, he sits in the carrier and zooms around. He goes in here eventually like that. But I have to repair this, so this also got knocked around. So we'll get back to that. So Matthew, thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry there won't be any more of this Lego. I'm going to go to doing some art. Thank you again for coming by, and if you leave because you're not into art, then I will catch you on the next time or whatever. But for the rest of you, we're going to do art now. We're going to move this, though. I have to move this in a safe place so it doesn't fall apart. Okay, so what it is this gallery. I don't think it's this that's not the name of the gallery. So this gallery in Portland is having an exhibit, and anybody can join. It's $5, and so the kids said they wanted to do something, and I decided, well, if they were going to do something, I'd do something. They're doing theirs on canvas. I'm going to do mine on a tile, and I'm going to do mixed media. But first, I need to draw up an idea, because I wanted to do a fox with Shardvixen. But I only want to do, we only have this amount of room, so got to play around with it till I figure out exactly. I don't know if that's dark enough to see. Yeah, it is good. Okay, so there's our thing. So I wanted to put Shardvixen in, so I'm going to do that first. Do I want to put, I think I want to put just as like this, but I could change my mind. I don't think I'm going to use this color, but I'm just, like I said, I'm going to work, this is my proof, my plan, my conception, composition, what is most important that I want first. Because I have to decide, do I want a white background? I don't think so. I don't think I want a white background. Pink's my favorite color. I think I want a pink background. Pink background. I'm trying to think where my pastels are. I wanted to do pastels as the background. I really wanted to do a huge mixed media. So, meaning everything is a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now I do have a set way that I did my name before, so I could do that too. But like I said, we're gonna play around for a little bit, see what we get with it. I got pins, I got pencils, I got all kinds of things. So my original, let me get that out for a minute. My original logo was this. And I'll just draw it so you can see it. It was a crystal like this, a shard. Pretty much this direct thing. Okay, and then I gotta get pencils. And then it was fox's ears. Like that. So it was shooting out. It was hiding behind this. It was a face of a fox, and that was my original. And it would say, I did that wrong. Give me a minute. I did that wrong. I don't know where the H came from in my name. I don't have an H there. So that was the original concept for my logo. But I don't know if I won't really need to have that anymore. So I was thinking of fox picture here, but I need to find my fox pictures that I want to look at. So we're going to look at some fox pictures here to decide what I'm not going to do. I got a ton of them. I got a ton of them. My shoulders are giving me problems. So I could do this part. This could be the background. That would be one type of mixed media we could do. This was for a journal that I didn't make. So I could do a background with this fox right here. I like that little one. So like that right there. I could cut that out and stick that in the middle right there. Then paint around it. That seems like a cool idea. But I don't want to cut my fabric right in the middle. Let's see, maybe on this side. See if I can find one with the baby. With the baby. Oh, here it is, down here. Okay, so we'll cut this one out. Once I figure out where I put my scissors. They're all roaming around on my desk. Everything's roaming around on my desk, guys. I'm sorry. Roaming around on my desk. Well, they were roaming around. I got another pair, though. Look, there's a dead dog in the road.
Yep. Good, that means I can toss it out into the little watershed out back, right?
Ha 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 ha. If we had a watershed. Are you going to make one?
We have a watershed out back.
We do not. We have a water canal out back. Is that what you're talking about?
That's a watershed.
It's a water canal. He wouldn't do that. I don't go to Hobby Lobby. Thank you. Remember? No Hobby Lobby for me. No, I bought this actually at the craft store that went out of business in Salem. Okay, So we could put that there. So if on our little piece of paper here, this is our, oh, I don't want that pen. Let's do this pen. That's it. Looks like a mushroom. Okay, so there's our thing. So if we put that there, though we could bring it down a little bit. We'll put that right there. I still want to make a fox coming out here, I think. I think I want to still make a fox in this area right here. Put my name up here. So we need to do a background first. Salem, near Eugene. Hour away. Salem's an hour away and Portland's 2 hours away. Medford is 2.5 hours away, all on I-80. So yeah, but Salem had a really cool big giant craft thing like Hobby Lobby is or Michael's, and we went down there and they would have fabric too, and they had these are fabrics that you buy them in little squares for quilting. And my daughter wanted me to make a fox journal for a young lady. It was a dinosaur and a fox journal. So she bought some fabric. Well, we gave the child the dino, and then the child was taken from her mom by the courts to go to her father. And so we have not heard, I guess now they have 50-50, but one parent lives in like Texas and the other parent lives in Utah, and so there's a lot of back and forth stuff going on, and I haven't heard whether we wanted to make another journal yet, so I'm just going with what I got. Okay, so the problem with exhibits, though, I'm going to tell you right now, is that someone made this. As far as I knew, at this point in time, it could have been made by AI. So, because someone made this, they made it for the intent for it to be used someplace. So I won't get in trouble for using it. And it's the same thing for this. And I was thinking this is kind of the fox face I wanted to make. If I did, I was going to make it right here. See? And then we'll... But I want to do... Don't worry, it's just how I do things. Okay, so I'm thinking that's how I kind of want to do it. And then we could put some of this on here. But I want to paint the back, I think, first. I don't know if I want to paint it or if we could use not fabric, but pen. But if I use pen, I'm going to put my name in first. So let's go. All right, here we go. Once we start, that's it. Can't change it once you start it. I mean, I could paint over it, I guess. You know, you can make your own fonts. I used to do lots of font style stuff. So, cause well, let me know. I know I saw that. Let me know if you want me to make you a Halloween wreath, or at least just show you how I would make it. I think that one I shared though was really cool because she was just using tulle, and tulle would be really easy to do. What do you guys think? That looks cool. So we do that. Let's find my different pins I got going on. I'm in the middle of doing my pins and my crayons. So I'm trying to think. Should we could do crayon. I don't know how good that would make it. We could do a rainbow of it. I like rainbows. Rainbows are cool. We all like rainbows. Okay, so, but I can't use, well, I probably could, but I don't know if I can, if I want to use those. I'd rather draw them so that there's no, and use, so I'm going to draw this one, and we'll use paper to color it, scrapbook paper. So we're going to go ahead and put this on here.
Where's your purse, my love? So I can get the keys.
I don't have the keys in my purse.
For the mail?
Oh, I thought you wanted for the van. I was like, I have keys in my purse. Take it, baby.
What?
And it will erase, you see. Oh. Very stylish, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Could have done block letters too. So my suggestion always is use clip art. If you can find clip art out, no, now it's becoming a big problem with clip art even then because of AI. So you don't know who sold their images for clip art and who's been stolen. But for the most part, if you can use clip art for a model, if you're like me and you need a model, that works really well. I think I might change the eyes a little bit. But my artist name is Shardvixen. It's not just my YouTube channel. It's also mine. Clip art. So clip art is art where someone has made a very simple picture like this. So you see this picture right here? It becomes a universal picture that when you say fox, people see this as a fox. Or when you see flower, people see like a universe flower is like this. So unless you put in the actual flower name. This is the universal flower with maybe some little fillers. You can design it however, but it's usually 4 or 5 petals, a center in the middle. I just learned how to make these ones, which is I was looking at watercolor ones, so these are the watercolor forget-me-nots, I guess. Again, it's a kind of just a generic flower that people can look at and recognize.
Back. What's the noise?
Like that. So, I mean, that's what clip art is. So, the idea is that you can just go and steal a piece of clip art off of, not steal, wrong word. You can buy clip art. There's many places out there that will sell.
Yeah,
Same thing with
specifies what
fonts.
it
There are
says,
fonts
huh?
you can buy that people sell
Another
to you,
Doyle
and then you
family.
get to use them.
Whenever-
It's for the puppy, most likely.
Yeah, there's Mom.
Yep, it's for the puppy.
That's for
That's
Mom.
for me.
That's for Mom.
It's probably a welcome to us.
Me.
We're gonna change these eyes though. So in art, there's a thing called modification. Well, it's just life, but modification. And in modification, you can take a model of
Here, take
something.
this. It's not for you, but it's good. I
What
can
is
probably
it?
tell you something.
No, I don't need that. I don't think. Oh, it's just land for sale. If somebody else is here, here, just go toss it. I'm not looking for land. I'm looking for houses.
I'll come back to
Okay,
the office.
so in art, you can take an idea of something. You can see a picture of something. Like I saw a picture for how to make a crystal shard, and then you have to change it enough for it to become your work. Clip art is where somebody has sold their art to a company. Thanks, Feely. You made cute foxes too. Have sold their art to be used commercially, so anybody can use it. You can't say it's yours though, but you don't have to give credit for it. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. Okay, so we're gonna make a gray fox, not a red fox, of course. And if you've ever seen my mask, I don't use it much anymore. You'll know what I mean. It'll be silver white. Foxes are, the setup for a fox's face is a little different than a cat's face. Their mouth tends to go below their nose because their nose is longer than a cat's nose. Okay, so there's our fox. I need to figure out how I'm going to color that background. Let's see. I have all kinds of pins, so let's see what color this one is. It's more of a, it's a weird red. It says it's purple, but it doesn't really look purple, so I don't think I like that one. I have tons of art pins that people give me. Let's see, this one might work. I just shared in the Discord. This lady talked about using your art, but she talks also about how a lot of people want to use the most expensive that there is, but it's not. It's hard to use expensive stuff. And I really am not the kind of person that plans. I plan the first part of a picture. That's it. It's the same thing with stories. I plan a setting and I start there and I go. There is lots of different art. I share art all the time that's different types of art because I think it's interesting to understand that art's not just what's called classic art. This color. That's an orangey color. I don't think that I like. That's a peachy pastel. I don't know if I want that peachy pastel. So we're going to do this. And sometimes I'll make not really great choices, and that's okay. I'll go back and go, well, I don't think I like that very much. Maybe I want to do something else with it. And when you use mixed medium, the problem you may occur is that some media blurs with other media, so you have to be very careful with what you use. Like, the lead here can make my ink of my felt very, very wet. Very black if I'm not careful. I think if I had some really nice watercolor pens, that would be great right here. Okay, so we got that. Now we got to decide how am I going to do my letters. I got all kinds of different things. Options, different options. What kind of options do you want to do? You can go to the gels, which I have and love. I love my gels, so maybe we'll do the gels in the background. I want to outline my epoxy thing here.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Do you want me to bring it in here or not?
Sure.
Okay.
Feather. Where's her feather in?
Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's get some of our gels out. I love gels. Love them. They're my favorite. I like the way they feel. It's part of my reason I like them. There's something in between a crayon and a felt pen.
Your bed looks so nice.
Oh, thanks. Tell Roger, he'll love that.
Angel, you don't switch it. Okay, well, come do it.
Pink, pink, pink. How much pink could we get? I bet you get a lot of pink. Okay, then I have this one, which is another total different color. These are weird. I haven't decided if I like these or not. They also are very smooth. But the colors don't show the same colors as what you think they're going to be. See, because this pink right here does not look like that pink there. It is closer to that pink up here. If you do an exhibit for a gallery, you do not have to work really hard on the exhibit. Now, if you're doing a whole show, of course, you'd want to put your best work out. Most galleries, it's things you're selling, right? But because, as we all know, art is subjective, so and objective. So a person must see and decide if that's their thing. These on the touch are very waxy feeling. They have just a really interesting wax feeling. That's why I said I didn't know if I like them. The other gels are kind of sticky and not so waxy. And then this was pen up here. So, should we do the letters now? I was trying to think what colors I had. I have felt tip, so you don't know this media? This is that gel. I didn't know anything about it either. Let me read it to you what it is. They're gel crayons. This is made by the French. This is a French company here, the Faber Castell, and these are gelatos. So let's ask what a gelato is in art. I watched another lady use them. So, gelatos, rebranded as art crayons, are Faber-Castell's creamy, odorless, and water-soluble pigment sticks used in mixed media art for vibrant, opaque, and translucent effects. If you add water to them, you get the translucent. They blend easily on surfaces like paper, canvas, wood, and fabric, allowing for versatile techniques such as stamping, watercolor washes, and stencils. So, can be used dry for a bold color or blended with water for a watercolor effect. So here's one. I have a whole set that I bought, but they have different colors. They have the primary sets. They have the metallics. Let's see. This will be a pink too. This is strawberry, and they have
Good night, Pepper.
an interesting.
Good night.
There's something between a pastel and a crayon, literally. That's how I feel. They work well with other mediums such as gesso or gel mediums, but apparently in late 2025 they've been rebranded as art crayons. I'm not sure why, though. If you do buy them, when you go out to buy them, they are labeled as art crayons. And then you also have gel crayons. Gel crayons. Let's see what they're made of. So they're primarily a blend of pigment, paraffin, and wax, which explains that waxy feeling that I got in there, and a water-based binder that gives them a soft, creamy lipstick-like. That's exactly what it's like. It's like lipstick. When you put lipstick on something, that's the feeling you get when you move these. It's a great way to describe them. These non-toxic, water-soluble, and often twistable sticks are designed to glide easily on surface, creating vibrant, blendable colors. So there you go. There you go, Feely. They're not very pricey either, Feely. So if it's something you were looking at. I recently get those? No. I've had my gel crayons. I recently got this set. I bought this set. How long ago, Roger? It wasn't last year. 2 years. So 2 years ago, I bought this set.
Alot?
I was going to ask you how long ago it was we went to your brother's, but it was 2 years.
It's been just over a year.
And then, just over a year. And I got these there too. I got them at the Five and Dime, whatever it's called, something like that. But these I bought online. So these are a byproduct of when I was trying to figure out what kind of things, new things I wanted in my art collection that I wanted to use or not use. So I want to blend
you got some
this.
storage space.
Let's just find it. I want to find a different color. This color down here. I think I want to use this color. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty. Let's use that up here.
It's looking bad.
But yeah, they feel like, well, these especially, those other waxy ones really feel like you're putting lipstick on. But they do glide like that. Like if you put lipstick on paper, it just has that feeling. Okay, there's gold. And you can, I could spray it with water and it would give me a more translucent look. So I bought the Faber-Castells. I bought those on Amazon. But I'm always looking for something. I'm always looking for different ways to do art. It is something that's important to me. Okay, I was thinking I was going to do paper, which I could. I don't know if I want to do that paper though. I was thinking that there's a way that you can take washi tape and put it in your design, but I don't know if I want to do fox on fox yet, so we'll think about that. It seems concentrated. I would think so, yeah. I would think it's like a crayon. It's a little more, it's literally between a crayon and a pastel. Crayon and a pastel. Okay, so it could do that. So let's do this. I might need to get glue out though. Okay, I'm trying to find the end of my washi tape here. I think if you went to, I think you could buy these at any art store too. I've seen them in an art store. They're in the same aisle in Michael's as the colored pencils are and inks. So you could buy them. But if you're just starting out, unlike how other people, I watched this lady use them and I was like, oh, I really like how those look. I think that you could, it would be just as good to buy crayons and start with crayons first. Crayons and colored pencils are usually a good place to start if you want to color. When I started doing art, I always used crayons when I was a kid, but when I started doing more art, chalk too is a really nice medium. But when I first started doing more art, I had a water pan watercolor, Crayola pan watercolor. People say they fade. I haven't had that experience, but I paint heavy, so maybe that's why. Crayola crayons and colored pencils. That's what I used. Because they were cheap to replace. And I liked how they looked. I'm not going to put that on real tight because I want to cut this. No, it's on me. It's like, where'd that go? Okay, these scissors that I got are specifically for cutting washi tape in this manner. I watched this lady who does a lot of designing with her washi tape, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun to do. So I bought me some little scissors so you need the littler scissors so you can work on getting the patterns down better. Not be perfect. These scissors are designed for small paper tape cutting, so you can work with washi tape, and you're also fancy embroidery scissors so you can cut thread. But you can buy them specifically for this. I have 3 or 4 pairs of them someplace. Designed just for this. And I could go over the edge with them if I wanted. That's why I said you could use like paper here, which I probably am, but I gotta figure out. I want to do silver and white. This will be white. This will be white. Actually, I think I'm gonna do is add another texture to this. Okay, there we go. And the exhibit is just to show off what you do. It's all it is. It's not to. Some people use it to enter into the art world. I'm not doing that. It doesn't really matter, as we all know, whether people like my art or not. But I mean, there's a lot of people that enter a contest with the exhibit is different because it's not a contest. There's nobody's gonna win anything. Just people looking at your artwork. But it's kind of nice to just get more of you out there. I love the way this tape feels on this. I really like this texture of this wood with the gesso on it. I like that feeling. another part in there. I have a bunch of art gear. A lot of it's used because, well, I just look for things I want, and then when I find them on sale or sell them. Greasy, waxy, and dry ones, or the lipstick. I like the lipstick texture. I have pastels too. I'm not fond of pastels. I'm still learning to play with those. I didn't like them in art school. They weren't my thing then either. I just think because I just don't like the feel of them. And they look like they're going to be chalky. They're not. Pastels are not chalky. Not all pastels. Some pastels are, but not all. But there's a lot of things that you can use because, well, for tools. I have blades. I could use the blades here instead of the scissors. They just happen to be what I have on me. That didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. I need that part off right there. I found I'm not very good at this whole tape thing. I don't have the patience for it. So I do little bits. That's it. Little bits. Little bits. But I thought I would show you if you, when somebody says mixed media, all the different ways you could do mixed media. So I thought it would be a great thing. I mean, if you ask Feely Boy, why does he create art and how does he feel when he's creating it, it might be different than how I feel when I'm creating art and why I like to do art. I mean, for me, art is about, it's about exploring texture and creating something that maybe you never had a chance to do before, or maybe a different way of seeing something. And I really like that idea. I like that idea of doing things differently and seeing how they turn out. So maybe they'll turn out really great. Maybe they won't. I want to clip this here. I want a straighter line than I got. Other people might not like this whole weird thing I got going on, but I kind of like the way it looks. So we'll see. I might add some highlights to it, and then that'd be even cooler. It's the idea of creating something that I think intrigues me about art. To make something, like to look at something and say, oh wow, I really like that. Could I do something like that? And I can, because I can look at things and copy them. But I don't do really well. My brain doesn't work on me creating my own artwork from my head. I have to see the world sometimes and give me a thing. Because I mean, some people might look at that and say, well, it's not a fox. Like, yeah, well, it never has to actually look like a fox. It just has to feel like a fox. Oops, that one came off. When I get it done, I probably will give it a coat of Mod Podge to make sure that tape's gonna stay down. This tape has a way of coming up. But there's some beautiful mixed media artists out there who create all kinds of things. All kinds of things. With different mediums. I haven't been sleeping well though. So I get tired. And sometimes I don't really think about the color wheel when I'm making stuff. I just put things down I like and see how they turn out. I lucked out with this gold though. This gold has almost a green cast to it. And so that green cast it goes really well with the pink. It's kind of a nice contrasting thing. Okay, so we should be done with that. I have lots of scissors. Ask me how many scissors I have. I probably have over 10 scissors. Can never have enough scissors. Okay, so there's that. Now, I could. Let's get this on. I don't know if I have any glue in here. I need to go get glue. I don't have my Fabric Tech glue is not in here, so I have to go get it. It's in the garage. So we'll do that last. I'm gonna look at it. Pins. It's blue. It's red. And what color is this one? I'll say that's orange. Oh, there's a pink. And I think that's a black. Alright, so I'm gonna use those, but I'm gonna put another color down. So give me a chance to look for one. And you can use a brush on these, really. Just spray it a little bit with water and then brush them out. I like the intense color, so I don't think I do that. Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. It's more of a purple than a pink, but that's okay. Taking a walk. Okay, then I'm going to blend it with a different color, I think. I really wanted to get this. I gotta trim this a little better. To get that more clean. Come on that. So I can see where I have to fix the colors. Okay. Alright, let's see if these will work on here. I don't know if they will. Doesn't look like it. No, they're only going to work on the paper. So they're not going to work on that. So I need more of a felt pen or a marker. So give me a moment. somebody who caught on. Okay, let's see. No, I think we need darker color. Darker color. Maybe a darker green. Maybe this one will work. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Don't get leg spin on this, though. Because it's kind of waxy, so it's having a hard time with the wax. Okay, while that's there, though, I'm going to try something else. No, still not what I was hoping for. Okay, so you can only put gel on gel, it looks like. I was curious what the crayons. Okay, so going back to greens then. Because I know my markers won't go on. Yeah, just have to be careful with the markers. Where's that other green go? My brain's losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. Well, that one's not gonna work. Very light. This one? Nope. Nope, wasn't that green. Maybe it's this green. Oh yeah, that was it. Do I normally color with 3 or 4 different colors? Do you mean do I color with different types of texture, or do I normally just pick? I pick 3 when I do my paintings that I do, it will be 3 colors. Sometimes there'll be one more other color you'll catch glimpses of. For the most part, though, it'll be 2 colors and a metallic color. Something that shines. I very rarely paint. I very rarely do anything with one solid color. I like the chaos. I like the different ways things look. I like experimenting and deciding if this is something that I'm going to do again. I probably would use paint on this rather than the markers. As this was just an experiment to see if I liked it or not. And it has an interesting texture, so I suppose I probably could use it. We'll do it something with it again. It's almost like you're carving out, and it gives it kind of a, to me it gives like a weird 3D look to it. I don't know if you guys see that. Like if there's a dimensional thing to it. So if I will use different things to get a very interesting texture going on, and when I do, yeah, that's always fun, because then I want to repeat it and come back and visit it. But these, it's not good for the pens. You have to be careful. It's not good sometimes for pens to be on top different textures. They don't sit well sometimes. Like I said, just you'll do something and you might not like it, and you'll go back and do it again in a different way the next time. I have huge color anxiety sometimes because of the fact that I know once I put it down, it's pretty much done, and that can be a little bit anxious.
Dog pissed on the cardboard.
Well, that's better than on the floor, so you're alright, and please don't use that word.
He was right in front of the door, so I tried to go get him, but he ran away.
Did you hear me? I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
So do I want you to use those words?
No.
Thank you.
No, you.
I can use those words because I'm an adult. I want to be a teenager again. Not. Oh my God. Teenage brains. Okay, I gotta go find some glue. Maybe Saturday I'll do this on stream, but I probably might get it done before then. I have to find the paper I want to use, because I want to use white and then thing, but I'm gonna, these blank spots here are gonna have things in them too. I just haven't figured out what I'm putting there yet, but I think I'm gonna call it quits here, and I will be back maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Final Fantasy. So after, I have an appointment in the afternoon with my back doctor, so I will be back. After that. For a while, we'll play some, I don't know which Final Fantasy I'm going to play. I might start a new one just to be a pill, because the Final Fantasy 2 is supposed to come out on Xbox, so that should be fun. Let's see if there's someone who can raid, otherwise we'll just watch the fishies as we say goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Let's see. Just Not Good is streaming Planet Crafter, so let's go by. Let's see, wait. Yeah, let's go by and say hi to him. Hang on, you're gonna hear him before. Where's he at? Oh, he's on the ocean one. That's kind of fun. I haven't got there yet, the ocean one. I heard it's really hard, guys, the ocean one is. But thanks to everybody, Sheely Boy, T-Minus, Mom, Cuz Walt, all the people over there on YouTube that came by and said hi. Thank you, thank you. You know, just come and hang out while I ramble. You guys can always chat in the chat, and give me a topic and we can talk about it. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace. Maybe he's not on the ocean one.